the files from Rook.
Yeah.
He knew what was going to happen. I might have tried to stop her. But if we're playing it like I'm one of the crew, like alongside Rain, and I don't know what's going to happen, of course, I think your first instinct is going to be to try to help your friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
When you don't have that knowledge of what you're dealing with, it's a lot easier to be ignorant and to say, okay, yeah, let's help them. But I think if they had known, they probably might not have made that choice. They might have been a little bit more on Andy's side.
That is a good thought process on this question, because I was like automatically, get this person the fuck out of here. If I saw that thing on that person, and then yeah, but that's just because I know what happens afterwards.
Yeah, and they and remember, they didn't have a means to quarantine her, so
true.
It's tricky, but they also knew that space station was going to crash eventually. Was going to crash into the
True.
what was it, like the
ring?
Yeah, the field. Yeah, the ring, the field.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a rock and a hard place, because it's like we don't have the means to quarantine our friend. We don't have the means. Like, what do? We can't leave her on the space station that's going to inevitably crash.
Yeah.
We really shouldn't put her on the ship either. So it was like, that really was a rock and a hard place. I really respect Betty Alvarez, because he didn't make situations where the characters acted particularly stupid, in my opinion. It was stuff that was very like, yeah, what the fuck do we do in this situation? You know what I mean?
No, that's a great point. Yeah, I didn't consider that at all. But yeah, I didn't find myself saying, why the fuck did you just do that in this movie? It was like, holy shit, the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Kay, the pregnant girl, I honestly thought that the baby was gonna be fucking the British guy Bjorn. For some reason, I thought that it was gonna be his kid. I don't know why.
I think it was because the way there's a scene of him holding her,
right?
And I think it was his kid, but I thought that given what the black goo did to the rat,
yeah,
in that scene, I thought that we were going to get not only the infant, but her mutating as well.
I didn't expect. So yeah, let's go to that part. When she decided to do it, I was like, holy fuck, because yeah, she doesn't know. But if I was stuck in that position, would I just inject myself with this alien goo that might give me the ability to survive? I probably would have taken the chance too. But
that's a tough one, because I know. I think what's relatable is that she did it for her baby, for the hopes that it would save her baby and give her baby a shot at life. I don't think she did it didn't do it for dumb reasons. Yeah, it's an unknown substance that you don't know what it's going to do, but if it's your only hope and you're bleeding out, I think any mother's first and foremost thought is going to be of their child.
Yeah.
So it's, again, understandable why she took that chance, which, by the way, nerd moment for just a minute, because I'm as much as a Beetlejuice fan as I am just as big a fan of Alien, the Alien franchise. But I thought that it was so cool, the number of throwbacks that it had to Aliens, Alien Resurrection. Even I'm pretty sure the gun that Rain gets is from Alien Colonial Marines, the game that was terrible, by the way. Don't go out and play it. It's awful. But it's cool that they pretty much gave throwbacks to everything. Even Alien 3, did you notice when Rain's climbing up in the elevator shaft and the Xenomorph is right here? It's a take from that shot from Alien 3 of Ripley,
they had to do
hissing at her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, this was such a love letter.
Dude.
I think this franchise is in good hands moving forward, as long as it stays in Betty Alvarez's hands.
I absolutely agree with you. One thing I want to touch what you just said. Some of those scenes felt like it was straight out of a game, like a video game. I'm not sure if you ever played Deep Space.
I played
Dead Space. I don't know why I said Deep Space. Dead Space. It felt.
My understanding is they took a lot of inspiration from Alien Isolation.
Sick. Okay. Okay. So yeah, there were certain scenes where I was like, holy shit, this feels like a fucking video game scene right now. And it felt like you were in it. You're like your emotions were in it. You're like, hurry up, get the fuck next to the door, close it. When Andy decided to close the door on his sister and the last two survivors there, I was like in my head, like, oh my god, this motherfucker really did it. And then I knew it. For some reason, I knew that that was gonna happen. But like, yeah, I thought like, no, maybe his programming will take over. Nope, no programming taking over. This is an android.
Well, the thing is that there was some programming that took over. It was Rook's programming that took over. Andy was always there under the surface, and I think that's what that line from Rain is Andy, are you still in there? Like, he was, but he was being so overtaken by this protocol from that chip that they took out of Rook that it was causing him to go kind of batty. And I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan in horror movies of going back for your friend. Like, I am almost always the one that's like, don't fucking do that. But this movie, I 100% down would have went back for Andy.
Okay, that 100%. Was the next question I was gonna ask, because I asked the crew this: would you have gone back for Andy? And
I would have gone back for
yes. I think I'm the only one at the moment, because of how things were. I wouldn't have gone back. I would have gone the fuck out of there, because there's things coming there's monsters everywhere. Get the fuck out of there. But that was just me. But I'm glad that she went back for him.
Andy at his core was just too good of a character, and if I'd had the bond with him that Rain did, absolutely I would have went back for him. Now I would have left him if there had been an attempt to remove the chip. They had removed it, and the programming, Rook's programming, was still there somehow.
Okay.
I would have been like, fuck that fucker, he's gone.
Yeah.
Andy's gone, he's not there. But no, I was really, really, really rooting for Andy to make it, and I'm so glad that he did, you know. In so many ways. He got the little gash on his neck, but I'm pretty sure that's repairable.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm not sure if you've heard any like rumblings or rumors of if the director's going to stay on, possibly.
I think it's pretty safe to say that unless something really weird happens, Fede Alvarez is going to stay hands on this, because the feedback overall has been pretty good from the fan base. I mean, of course, you're going to have those people that are just, you're not going to please them.
No.
And all fan bases, I maintain, are kind of toxic to some degree.
Yeah.
But overall, it seems overwhelmingly positive, and as long as this stays in Fede's hands, I think that this is the way to go. This is the first film. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Prometheus, and I hesitate to say that because I know that the feelings on Prometheus are so mixed. I enjoyed it. By no means do I think Prometheus is a well put together film.
No,
I enjoy it for what. Yeah, I enjoy it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked it. Covenant, not so much. I love the ending fight scene between the Xenomorph and the main character, but that's kind of it. I really hate the characters in that film and the choices that they make, and just not very likable characters. I was really not rooting for anybody to live. The only thing that I wanted to see out of Covenant was what happened to David.
Yeah.
With that ending, because David was a great villain, but this is the first Alien film in a long, long time that I can't wait to see what happens next.
Same.
Alien Resurrection, didn't care what happened next. Certainly the APP films, didn't care what happened next. Prometheus, kind of cared what happened next. Was interested, but wasn't like, gotta see it, you know? Yeah, like this one is like, really leaves you with I really want to see what happens next kind of thing.
I agree with you on that one. I'm excited to see what the possibilities can be. One thing I do want to touch on that I remembered, one of the things I did not like, and I felt, and it's nitpicky as fuck. There's this last scene where Rain is able to get away, and you see her coming back into the ship, and it just felt like it dragged on, and it was so like CGI'd as fuck, and I was like, ugh, disgusted by it because it kind of felt like it didn't necessarily need to be there. I kind of felt like it could have just been like a quick thing of her getting back into the ship. I just felt like they added it in just to have fucking some CGI scene with her coming from the space into like the ship. I don't know. And nitpicky is for me, I don't know, but I just didn't like that part.
No, I think that's fair. Like I said, I saw it twice, and the first time around, I was on the edge of my seat. I'm like, how the hell are they going to get out of this? The second time, the final fight with the newborn does drag a little bit towards the end, just a little, not a lot. And I think that they cut it just in time. But I can get behind you with that, like where it just, you know, all the excess of her getting to the ship and all, yeah, I get that. I can get behind that 100%.
I enjoyed the human xenomorph. I thought it was like a really smart way to like get this like baby, because I thought that it was just gonna be like a baby, like the like one of those Prometheus people, like, oh shit, it's a normal baby, and then it turned into a fucking monster guy.
You know what's odd to me is that, now granted, I don't really like this is going to sound like I'm defending Alien Resurrection, and I trust I'm not. There's so much wrong with Alien Resurrection, but it's odd to me that this played out so well with the newborn in this one, and everybody hated the concept in Alien Resurrection. Like that was very interesting to me. I didn't hate the concept of the newborn in Alien Resurrection. That was one of the parts I didn't hate so much.
Okay.
It just seemed a little far-fetched with the whole cloning thing. They played it out much better here with the black goo, and even cooler was that it was was played by a real person. That's even cooler by the basketball.
That was cool to find out as well.
It was really cool.
Yeah. They showed the picture of the guy. His name is Trevor Newland. He's a basketball player. I don't know specifically from her, but all I know is that he's a basketball player, and like, yeah, they tapped him to be the xenomorph, and it was fucking brilliant casting. Dude looks horrifying in that getup. I didn't understand the tail, but I appreciated the tail. I'll just say that.
Yeah. I think again that was the little throwback to Alien Resurrection. You know, it's got a little bit of everything in there, and that's what I like. My gripes are very small. Like I said,